Hey, good evening, everybody. So let's talk real quick about the leak from the Supreme Court, and which Justice Alito and a majority of the vote wrote an opinion and have all but been proven to be fact that the court will be voting to overturn the landmark decision Roe v. Wade after almost 50 years of being established law in the United States. And I cannot be happier. Let me tell you, I have been praising the Lord for the last couple of days when I found out about it. And, I'm ecstatic that this is happening in our lifetime. And, I really cannot. As I praise and I pray to the Lord, I'm just saying over and over, thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. I'm so thankful that this is happening. Now, we can't stop here, though. This is not the end. The Supreme Court is not God, okay? The Supreme Court is not a king, and what they say does not necessarily become established law, and it certainly will not go down without a fight. And I don't know why this leak happened or how it happened, but I have some speculations. And, first of all, we've already found out that the extremist, radical, and I'll just say it, satanic side of our society is never happy with the outcome of something that goes against them. They have to fight it violently. And if they can't fight it violently, they have to stage something violent to happen. And so there's no doubt in my mind that this was done as a way to cause fear and violence to come upon the justices on the Supreme Court. I've no doubt in my mind that they are receiving death threats probably every day because of this, and I can't imagine what their lives are like right now leading up to this. But I have been praying, and I ask you and urge you to pray with me that we ask the Father to give them strength and courage, determination, and just tenacity as they have decisions to make regarding the sanctity of life. And also, another reason I think this has probably happened is because the midterm elections are coming up. Some of them happened this week, some of them are coming up in the next couple months over the primaries. And of course, the general primary election will take place in November. And the Democrats, the liberals, the radical left, they know that they have to get their people in Congress in order to pass an amendment to the Constitution that will forever secure abortion in this country. And so they are desperate to get the most radical left-wing senators and representatives on the U.S. Congress. And so this is one of their tactics, and I have no doubt in my mind that's why this leak happened. But again, I just urge you to pray that the Supreme Court justices will remain strong. Pray that the Lord will allow conservatives to win the midterm elections. And I don't use the term conservative the way most do. I'm not talking about people that pro-Second Amendment, by holding a hunting rifle in a photo op. I'm not talking about people who talk about being pro-life or who talk about, stopping critical race theory. I'm talking about true conservative believers like me, like you, that have no axe to grind other than making sure that the right and everything that's holy and righteous is paramount in our halls of Congress and in our legislatures, in the White House and the governor's mansions, and all the way down to the local state level and the local county level. So please, please, please pray. I'm not as political as I used to be as far as an activism goes, but this is one area of my life that the Lord has burdened me about. And I have asked a very prominent senator here in my state who has been advocating for pro-life bills, asked him what I could do. What can I do to help? And I've got no response, but the Lord has told me what to do, and that is to pray, and that is to get the word out to you folks as often as I can. I don't want to be one of those that burdens you in your news feeds or burdens you in your lives constantly, so much so that you tune me out. But I urge you to hear me, and I urge you to pray with me in this regard. The sanctity of life is such an important issue. And I'm thankful that in my state, we have a law already on the books that if Roe v. Wade is overturned, it goes into effect immediately. It will be one of the most conservative, one of the most, some would say, restrictive laws in the nation regarding protecting unborn lives. But in this regard, restrictive is good. And I know there's people that always have to come up with the whatabouts with certain exceptions to this, and I understand that. I sympathize with that, and I really try to make concessions in that regard. But folks, murder is murder, and I cannot state that enough, and I will not back down from it. Just yesterday, I received some very vile hate mail in regards to me posting on Twitter that I was a abortion abolitionist, and it's from somebody that I know, and once was a friend of mine. So I am not afraid to speak the truth, and you shouldn't be either. And so pray with me in praise and thanksgiving. Pray with me in intercession in this regard. And as always, keep fighting the fight. Keep pushing forward, because the Lord, I don't know why he's allowed this to go on as long as he has. I don't know why he's been so long suffering, but I don't know how much longer his patience will last. And I want my children to grow up in a country that is free of persecution and is free of pain and terror. But I can't guarantee that. But I can pray, and I can make decisions today that hopefully will affect them for the better in the long run. And so can you. So pray with me, please. Vote with me, please. And I don't say this lightly, but may God please bless America.